Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Sattva is for clarity. If I talk about a Sattvika Danam that I have done, or Sattvika Tapas, or Sattvika Karma, am I stating a fact or am I making it up? If I am stating a fact, I am fully aligned with Sattva. But we hesitate to speak about the good that we have done. Because it's possible from childhood we have been conditioned to say that don't talk about what you have done, let your work speak for itself. It will give rise to pride and arrogance. But you can also speak for your work. Let the work speak for itself. This is what they say, no? Performance appraisals. But sometimes the work is not visible. Or people are not, their eyes are not open to the work that you have done. So you also speak for the work. Here we are, if we are just stating a fact that I had the privilege to do something, then there is no scope for pride or arrogance. Because I just was an instrument for something to happen through me. That's it. Let's just say that as I am saying it, speaking it, I am enjoying the appreciation. It's okay. You can allow yourself to enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it. And you are alert enough to catch yourself becoming arrogant. Because arrogant means you are greater than Ishvara. Okay? My ideas, my thoughts, all independent of Ishvara's order. So again and again you are reminded, and that all that I am able to do, it is I am allowing Ishvara's vibhuti to express through me. And we all know that when somebody shares what they have done, you get inspired. And in your head you may think, well, I have done 10 times more, but I don't talk about it. Huh? So there is an arrogance of not talking about it. Right? But recognize it for what it is. So don't hesitate. I think the world needs more marketing on the good things that have been done by people. We are so bombarded by all that is not going okay with the world. And the ones who do good don't talk about it enough.
No, negative news are marketed.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's not balanced.
Yes.
You know, so this portal that Better India, it just selects stories from all over. Very ordinary people doing extraordinary things in different areas. No, it could be afforestation, it could be water harvesting, it could be, you know, people who are differently challenged.
Where is it?
The betterindia.com, and there are some newsletters. It appears on social media and things like that. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, also quotes from it from time to time. So let us not hesitate to talk about the good that is being done, because you are just sharing it. It will inspire people. Your motivation is not to inspire people. to just state a fact. That's all. Because we are partial to facts. Right? Pravritim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha ya veti buddhissa partha sattviki. So Sattvika buddhihi. The mind which knows means the mind that belongs to the person, okay? So mind is not independent of the person. The one who knows what is to be pursued and what is to be given up. We start out pursuing karma, but then as we get introduced to karma yoga, we understand what it is to give up. Anyway, in the process of life, we are giving up, growing out of many phases. The toy that was super precious to you, the toy that was a part of your entourage wherever you went, right? So you went and all the toys also went with you, maybe up till 7, 8, 9. Then after 2-3 years, you have no idea where it is. Maybe it's given away, maybe it's broken, it doesn't matter to you. The best friends in school, perhaps you're in touch with them, perhaps they were very strong friendships. Either you grew out of it or you drifted apart. A lot of the things that you believed you really needed, you couldn't do without it. We have all grown out of so many situations. So there is an element of vairagya throughout our life. So nivrittihi, what is to be given up? We start out with the fact of I cannot control karma phala. Bhagavan is responsible, laws of karma. Slowly, kartritvam, bhoktritvam, seen to be mithya. I have that privilege, but I am free from all of this. So, the pravritti itself, pravritti meaning moving towards, the pursuit of karma for the sake of dharma, artha, kama. I know what karma will give me, I know what karma will not give me. So, viveka. And I also know that giving up makes me happy. In the sense, I seek because of apurnatvam, incompleteness. But when will I really be free? I will be free when I am free from seeking itself. When the seeking has served its purpose and I don't need to seek anymore. Nivrittihi. So understanding the nature of these pursuits and the fact that in the pursuit of dharma, artha, kama, I am growing out of all of it. So much maturity, so much learning. And with that I am moving forward. So very Sattvika buddhi knows what is to be done, what is not to be done. Obviously dharma being our framework, right? And this is interesting. Bhaya and abhaya, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared. How fear entered the picture? I thought we have to be fearless. If you read some aspects of Garuda Puran, very interesting. Garuda Purana. So they generally recommend after someone has died to read it, but I don't recommend it because if you are mourning and you know that whoever has died has done lot of papa karma, then there are a lot of descriptions of how the person is going to suffer. So you feel even worse for the person who has gone. Roasted alive, will be traveling across desert-like landscape, hot or boiling oil. Okay, different descriptions of Naraka. Yeah. So, but reading that, one will be a little more alert because we want to avoid suffering. So all the talk of punya papa and all, okay, sounds nice, dekh lenge. But when it is pointed out to you the possible suffering when you do lot of papa karma, then one will be really hit by it. So it is good to fear suffering. Anyway, it is natural to us to not want to suffer, and if we fear that in the sense that I don't want to go through this suffering, I'll be a little more alert about aligning with dharma. Then devatas are not to be feared, but we fear them. Let me keep devatas in good humor, otherwise, or the planets specially, so that they don't, send things my way which I am not prepared for. So just clarity in all of this is a sattviki buddhi. I've already chanted 31, so I'm not chanting it again. Another thing to be mentioned about 18.30 is recognizing how I am stuck in feeling bound. I cannot ... Complete the sentence. I can't. Don't say I can't go to the moon, okay? Like, I mean, you still can, we can work it out. But I can't. Someone complete? Get rid of suffering. I can't decide. I can't sleep. So different things we have, but it's a very good pointer to how we are binding ourselves. In the sense, every time you say, I can't do this, I can't do that, you have, and as long as it's a realistic I can't, okay, you have imposed a limitation on yourself. You think it to be real, and then you say, yeah, that's true, I can't get out of it. So, paying attention to how we bind ourselves with the ways in which we are and the ways in which we behave and think, or this lifetime to no moksha for me. Some people have already concluded, Why you have concluded? Little Shraddha is required, because the tradition takes care of you. There are rishis, there are devatas. You can invoke their blessings. They are all the time blessing you. How can you be blind to the blessings that are available? Such is the arrogance of ignorance. That nahi hoga. How nahi hoga? So much support is there. You're a part of a living tradition. And still you say nahi hoga, then we will pray for you. That's all that can be done. Right? How we tend to bind ourselves. But I will work on my adhikaritvam. All the work on adhikaritvam is valid only if you are clear about the goal. Otherwise, you are on a self-improvement trip which will never end. And just because you are excited by challenges, no, I am working on my adhikaritvam. When I am ready, then I will come to listen to the Upanishad. So, clarity that I am already free. Sometimes I get these glimpses, and I'm also aware of certain areas that block my understanding. I will work on it. I have the blessings of rishis, gurus, devatas, etc. Nobody can stop me from achieving what I want. So this bit from Fountainhead has been a big inspiration for me. Ayn Rand. So, perhaps you all are familiar. So, Howard Roark is the protagonist, architect, and he wants to make his kind of buildings. And there is one fellow called Toohey who wants to make another set of buildings. He is one big magnet. And Toohey asks this upcoming architect, who's going to allow you to build your kind of buildings? I mean, I'm paraphrasing here. And Howard Roark says, who's going to stop me? That's the spirit. If you're clear, Sattvika mind, who's going to stop me? I am free anyway. You know, just some clouds of ignorance have to be whisked away, that's all. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhim sa partha rajasi. So rajasi buddhihi is a buddhi that has confusion about what is dharma and adharma, and will pick one thing from the Shastra and present it as the Shastra. You chant one mantra, you are taken care of. You don't need to do anything. You do only kirtan, you are fine. Saying that kirtan is good, mantra is good is correct, but confusing them or presenting one thing as everything, and the person has some half knowledge and you speak little loudly and confidently, everybody falls for it. So then there is confusion, but this is Rajasi Buddhi and they will want to convert the whole world, insisting that their interpretation of the Shastra is the only way. They will claim closeness to the Guru, as if closeness to the Guru, proximity rather, is a surefire way for moksha. Seemingly traditional, okay, but highly confused. And one can't even argue with them because so opinionated and thinking that everyone is wrong. Only you are the chosen one, you know. This is Rajasi Buddhi. I was having a discussion with some group of people, and they were talking about the problems of misinterpretation of Hinduism and all the problems in India and so on. So then I asked that, you know, when you hear about all this, what do you do? Oh, I just go away into a room and meditate. Huh? What? No, and then I recover and then I'm okay. So it's good to meditate. But are you doing your dharma in contributing to, one is being a Hindu and sharing what it is to be a Hindu. But mistaking meditation to be a way out of all my disturbances is not correct. If we really look at it, most of our disturbances are because dharma was not upheld. I didn't uphold dharma, I feel guilty. Somebody else did not uphold dharma, did not speak the truth, or had himsa, hurt. Therefore, I was upset. Rather than paying attention to our feelings, if we paid more attention to how dharma needs to be upheld and therefore pitch in, we won't be as much disturbed. But then, because of pop psychology, so much obsession with feeling. Anyway, okay, 18.32. So here there is, this also we chanted, right? Or no, we didn't. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate tamasavritah sarvarthan viparitanscha buddhisa partha tamasi. So the Rajasi Buddhi is taking bits of the Shastra, misinterpreting it, misunderstanding it, whereas 18.32 Tamasi Buddhi is not quite understanding the pursuit of human life and saying the only thing that is important is artha or kama. Everything else is for losers, moksha particularly. So maybe you have suffered in life, that's why you have come to this pursuit. If you had spent that same time and attention making some money, you would have been okay. Just such a waste of time. So more importance given to artha, kama, dharma to not considered only. And all of this because there is so much avidya. See, avidya, the basic avidya is there anyway. But on top of it, just there is no clarity about what I am doing and why. Even if we keep aside the moksha pursuit, why am I doing what I am doing from morning to night? Good to have some clarity here. So, Tamasi Buddhi is just confusion about everything and a total dismissal of the moksha pursuit.
Can we take it as the lack of wisdom?
Lack of wisdom. Much more than that. Much more than that. See, moksha pursuit is not because the Veda says so. Because I have a problem of constant becoming and not feeling enough, concluding I am not enough, the Veda has a solution for it. I could say it's okay, I will reconcile with it. People thought I was a loser, I am a loser, I will die like this to my grave. But we are constantly struggling with this becoming and seeking and wanting and willing and wishing. And then such relief to know that, oh, only because of avidya I had made all these wrong conclusions. And there is a solution. It's just so freeing. But Tamasi Buddhi is dismissive of everything. It's like a teenage phase, So in the teenage phase, everybody you will dismiss. Yourself and people around you, friends up till some time, until you have a fight with them. Parents though dismiss the first. So they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what's happening in my life, etc., etc. And what's the point of this? This is also useless. Isme kya hai? What is the meaning of life? It's actually existential angst, expressing itself. Like I always think, I never got out of existential angst until moksha. So it is that. Then of course, whatever direction we get, for the pursuit. Okay, type of happiness. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname mritopamam tat sukham sattvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. when you come to Vedanta, there is a honeymoon phase. So, wow, this is great. I am Nitya Buddha Mukta Shuddha, etc. Fantastic. So, nobody told me this. Even people who deeply love me, they never said, you are free, you are the limitless, you are everything, you are full. Very nice. Then, initially the mind is stunned, so you can appreciate it. Then as you stay with it, you start to feel safe. Because a lot of things that were suppressed in the subconscious, unconscious, because survival mode has to kick in, things have to be managed. So we don't allow ourselves to grieve, process whatever has happened in the past. Then you start to feel a bit safe, and then a lot of things start emerging. Then you feel, oh my God, I feel terrible. I thought this pursuit was supposed to help me, make me feel good. And then I am asked to work on myself. Who works on themselves? What is this? Some changes have to be made for my sake, not for anyone else's sake. And I come face to face with my dependence on identities. Everything that I was holding on to for strength, for courage, for a sense of significance is suddenly getting challenged. I will hit back. Sometimes at the teacher, sometimes at myself, at others. And this is just the process of growth. So now I am stuck. The vision is so glorious that I want it, but I don't want to face all this unpleasantness. And at the same time, I can't go away also from Vedanta. So what to do? So here it may feel like Visham, okay? So some of the things we face about ourselves in the context of ahankara, kama, etc. It feels like poison. Poison means obviously you can't take it inside also. It's kind of stuck. You know, we have that thing. It's like hot ghee, right? You can't swallow it. You feel it's going to burn, but you want to enjoy it as well. But it's anyway burning your tongue. But of course it's delicious. So what to do? Don't worry. It may feel like Visham, like poison, but really when there is parinama, there is transformation, it is Amritam. It is Amritam, the vision is Amritam, that there was no Mritam, no death for you, and the vision is also like nectar. And the Sukha that is born of this vision of the reality of oneself is called Sattvika Sukha. So it's your own Ananda that is expressing itself, manifesting itself. A lot of things that we have worked for, even in the context of Artha, you know, or exercise, or intermittent fasting, so much effort, so you feel like you're torturing yourself. Why torture yourself? You know, go through some difficulty, it feels very unpleasant. But then if you stay the course, you know, we have to get very comfortable being with discomfort. Titiksha. Not selectively. So if one trains oneself, you know, I'm uncomfortable and I'm comfortable with that. I will get to be comfortable with it. It's okay. not being a slave to comfort, rising above it. Because if I'm a slave to comfort, then comfort is more important than my growth. My growth is more important than comfort, and I will get to be comfortable with everything. Comfort zone may be only on my couch. Then slowly, as I begin to be comfortable with other parts of the house, other parts of the world, other people, the comfort zone can extend to the entire world. Let the entire world be my comfort zone. Wherever I am, whatever I am doing, I am comfortable. So only going through discomfort, but feel good orientation very strong. So then uncomfortable, I walk away. I get out. I avoid. Then this Amrita is waiting to be poured, but Amrita is not available for me. Okay, then Rajasam Sukham Vishayendriya Samyogad Yattadagre Mritopamam Pariname Vishamiva Tatsukham Rajasam Smritam. So as they say, one moment on the lips and a lifetime on the hips. Okay. Have you all heard it? So the delight of the French fries or the burger or the pizza many times over, so delicious. So the Vishaya and the Indriya Samyoga, so much Amritam, so much Amritam. But then the Parinama, the transformation that takes place, then it all becomes like poison. Poison doesn't mean it's going to kill you, but it's not good for you. So Swami Chinmayananji used to say this in the context of eating vegetarian food. So he would say that for the sake of this 2.5 inches of your tongue, how can you justify killing an animal? Because the beauty of this system is that there are taste buds only on the tongue. There are no taste buds all the way in the gullet. There are no taste buds in the stomach, nothing. Just for a few seconds you are whatever chewing and you taste whatever lovely flavors, and then no more taste. So any kind of sense pleasures that we are involved in, if it, in the beginning it is, it gives you this sukham, but the long-term consequences of it make you a slave or they are unpleasant, then that may you consider as Rajasika Sukham. Then Tamasa Sukham Yadagre Chanubandhecha Sukham Mohanamatmanaha Nidra Lasya Pramadotham Tattamasamudahritam. Tamasika Sukha, from Agre to Antam, all the way. One feels happy only when one is sleeping and sleeping for hours and hours. And a joy of saying, I don't care for the world, dunya gayi bhaad mein. And everything postponed all the time. Okay, so all laziness. It's all pretty straightforward. And understanding one's, not even considering that maybe I am confused. That arrogance of ignorance continues here also. So Tamasika Sukham, that you believe what you think is right, the whole world is wrong. And so sure about it. So that much. Okay, then type of dhritihi, or resolve or determination. Dhritya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharanya dhrite sa partha sattviki. For any of dharma, artha, kama pursuit, there is a commitment, a dhriti, a resolve, a determination. If you really think about what all you have done as a parent, it will be a very, very, almost an endless list. The times you have cleaned the child, times you have fed the child, the kind of jobs you have taken which were not particularly fulfilling, but you did it to pay the bills and the EMIs and all of that. And what kept you going is your responsibility, your commitment, and the love that you have not only for the child, but the love that you have for yourself. Because in this particular role, you find yourself like an angel and a devil also. Angel in the sense that you never thought you could feel so loving, so giving, like just as there was the child's birthday, the child gave birth to a really deeply loving being. And you love that about yourself. That a particular person can invoke so much out of you that you feel such responsibility, such commitment, that you are willing to even put your life on the line for this being. So much commitment we have, right? Sometimes the commitment can be to work also like this. So we already have that dhriti. Then that dhriti, by which we are able to sustain our different commitments, particularly the commitment towards the moksha pursuit. So if moksha is important to me, then I am willing to do what it takes. I am okay only learning Tattva Bodha. Oh, what about Gita? Oh, बाद में देखेंगे. Do you do japa? I don't have time. Do you do some asana pranayama? No, life is too busy. Do you spend time thinking about your life in the light of the Shastra? Occasionally I do. Do you have a one-to-one with the Guru to clarify whether your understanding is correct? No, Guru is very busy. I don't like to disturb. But the Guru said, Guru is available. No, I know, I don't want to disturb. The kind of commitment we show to dharma, or forget dharma and kama, let's say dharma and kama, in our other roles, would I have a fraction of that commitment to myself in the context of the moksha pursuit? Just a fraction. Because the moksha pursuit is not for the Guru. It is for me. It's not even to get any brownie points. Oh, the Guru will think I'm a nice person. Sometimes initially that applies, then after some time you learn to be comfortable. So that dhriti, that it's tough, maybe some Sanskrit might need to be learnt at a later stage. Maybe some chanting, some stotra, all of this is important for blessings. If it is important to me, I will make the time. willpower is as important as won't power. What I say yes to is as important as what I say no to. Because you are carving out time for whatever is important to you. And that means you have to say no to certain things. Don't push people away, okay, and say, okay, I will do whatever it takes for moksha pursuit, and then antagonize everyone around you. That doesn't make sense. But we all know what dhriti is. We all know what resolved determination is. And so to apply it properly so that the prana, this entire body-mind system is working well, and we are more and more aligned with functional reality. On the other hand, yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayaterjuna prasangena phala kangshi dhrite sa partha rajasi. So rajasi dhritihi is the kind of dhritihi, resolved determination, for primarily dharma, artha, kama pursuits, and not paying adequate attention to the moksha pursuit. So I'm okay with limited ends, and I keep slogging it out, hoping that what is limited will make me the limitless. And because I do not invoke enough sattva, so I keep at it. More I will do. And we get into this thing of being a perfect parent. Sometimes karma yoga can be misunderstood. So we'll say, okay, I will be the perfect parent, I will be the perfect worker, professional, I will do my best. Then when do you draw the line? You're not going to get moksha anyway from your job, but the number of hours we will put in, because there's a great thrill in seeing change happen. And the maximum amount of change we see is at our workplace. Right? So many changes, so many choices are made, decisions are made. So there's a big thrill about it. And so there will be a tendency to plunge oneself in work. Dharma, artha, kama only. And expect that it will reveal the limitless to me, but obviously not. Then that dhritihi by which I insist on sleeping more and more, wallowing in my sorrow, and justifying my addiction to different things, situations, all of that. Tamasi dhritihi. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madamevacha na vimunchati durmedhaha dhrite sa partha tamasi. So the same theme that has continued here as well. Okay. Then what happens after death? So whatever is predominant in oneself, and then let's say the person dies, what happens to these different kinds of people? Yada sattve pravriddhetu pralayam yati dehabhrit tadottamma vidam lokan amalan pratipadyate rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tatha praleenastamasi mudhayonishu jayate. So we're all a combination of sattva, rajas, tamas. If one has led a largely sattvika life, with a sattvika mind, sattvika dhanam, sattvika karma, and so on, And maybe the knowledge is not so clear, but there is tremendous birth of sattva, pravriddhe. Then definitely so much punya has been gathered, you will go 7 up only. Okay? So all our 7 lokas, and likely you will go to Brahma Loka. So much yajna, dana, tapas you have done. So those lokas are free from amalan, from any kind of impurity. So you will enjoy bhoga sharira, you enjoy all the punya that you have garnered. And then when Brahmaji is free, at the end of the kalpa, will teach you. So sattva has in that sense served you well. Or you can get it here also. If one has died away with the predominance of rajas, then where will the person be born? Here. Those who are committed to karma. So you can guess now why we were born here. We would have been working away and died away, with so much rajas. And then we are born here. So those who are only committed to karma, nothing else. Some samskara is there, of course, will be born in this Matya Loka. And then the ones who had a predominance of tamas and died away will be born in the yoni of an animal, because no freedom of choice, programmed. So that's what's going to happen. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasaha jaghanya guna vrittistha adho gacchanti tamasaha. So he's just summarizing that those who abide in sattva, they go to 7 up, and those who are predominantly rajasic, they will remain in the middle, figuring out dharma, artha, kama pursuit, and perhaps moksha being at the core of it all, that I want to be free from seeking, in all the seeking of dharma, artha, kama. And if I'm clear about that, then my life gets a better direction. And of course, those in whom tamas is predominant, they will go further down, either the lokas, or they will be born in an animal yoni. Finally, na tadasti prithivyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jair muktam yadebhisyatribhir gunaihi. So as we have seen very elaborately, Prithivyam va divi, on this earth or anywhere else in the lokas, there is no one who is free from the gunas. The moment we are talking about a form, there are gunas. There is Maya Shakti, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Maya Shakti, presence of Brahman. And so, like Bhagavan Krishna told Arjuna, Nistrai Gunyo Bhava. Understand the play of the gunas, Guna Guneshu Vartante. You are interacting with one person, gunas are interacting with each other all the time. During the day, the gunas are changing. In your life, gunas are changing according to phases. As you are interacting with people, gunas are changing. You are invoking devatas, gunas are being invoked all the time. And you who are aware of this play of the gunas were always free. But you thought gunas are me, grabbed onto them and said, no, 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 this is my identity, and then there's something wrong with you, you are tamasic, you are I am sattvic, etc. All this play that went on, that is just prakriti. That is the glory, that is a vibhuti of Ishvara, that is Maya Shakti. And where there is Shakti, there is Brahman. I was always free of the gunas. To be able to appreciate this, more Sattvika guna is required, because in clear waters, I am able to see myself clearly. So the clear waters of the mind, I see myself clearly. But if I am identified with the gunas, and I say gunas are me, then seemingly they bind. Because of avidya, Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti at the total level, avidya at the individual level, they as though bind. When an elephant is being trained, so when I had gone to this Guruvayur, there's a very lovely place, little bit near Mamiyur. About 65 elephants. Some of them are used as a part of the temple procession. So talking to the Mahut, how do you train these elephants? So he says, we get them really young, and that baby elephant, we will tie to one, what do you call that? Stump. And then accordingly we will feed food, tell the elephant what is to be done, beat from time to time, so that the elephant listens to us. Then I said, but you know, when the elephant becomes big, I'm sure that stump is useless. No, no, not at all. Because the elephant is used to being bound, the elephant believes that I don't have the strength, that I am bound. Actually, the elephant has the strength to just pick that fellow up and bash him and then kill him also and run amok. You know, can trample all the trees. So much power the elephant has. But the elephant has been conditioned, believes that it is bound, until the elephant discovers its freedom. So let the gunas not bind us, okay? That there will have been moments we would have experienced extreme discomfort while looking through this Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. There would have been moments where one would have been very happy that yes, I'm on track. There would have been moments I've been very indifferent. हाँ यार, Rajas, okay, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, यार, ठीक है यार, it's for others, not so much for me. So we would have gone through this roller coaster of emotions and thoughts, but understand that I am always aware of these gunas, I'm aware of the play of gunas. Gunas can never define me because I am nirguna. That is my swarupa, that is what is the unnegatable reality, and we have some fun with the gunas. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukh Abhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So thank you all. It was great fun doing this topic. And Pujya Swamiji wanted it